afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Sismania and welcome to Hitman Blood Money, or, to be precise, Hitman Blood Money HD Enhanced, because this here is the brand new remaster that just came out at the end of last week, and you know what? I think this is a fantastic opportunity for us to go back and have a little look-see at Hitman Blood Money, because I adore Blood Money. It's one of my favourite games of all time, and if you ask me which is the best game in the Hitman franchise, I'd probably still say Blood Money. But I'm saying that having not really played it much since the more recent Hitman and Hitman 2 of 2016 and 2018 respectively came out. So I think it's time for me to figure out whether I'm just wearing some rose-tinted nostalgia specs or if Hitman Blood Money still actually stacks up. But before we begin, we've got to define our terms here, ladies and gentlemen, because if you've been paying attention, you're probably currently waving your arm in the air to say, but John, Hitman Blood Money HD's not new. That came out years ago. It was out on the 360. You're right, because they've actually remastered Hitman Blood Money twice at this point, and in both cases they haven't released it on PC. This is the Xbox One version because console is the only place they've released the remasters. So let's start off by actually pretending I'm a real flipping YouTuber for a minute and actually put these versions side by flipping side. So welcome to the original Hitman Blood Money, I mean the very original 360 release, except not actually running on a 360, because the original Hitman Blood Money is now backwards, or rather I suppose forwards compatible with the Xbox One. So this is the original 360 release being run on an Xbox One X. This is going to be pretty much the best performance you could possibly get out of the original 360 version, and you've got to say, though it looks a little bit scruffy, the textures are a little bit on the tired side, it still looks fine for the most part. You can see it in the frame rate a fair bit. If I just kind of spin the camera around, you can definitely see we're not getting the best frame rates in the world here. But I would say the game is not ugly. It looks just fine, all things considered. Now, welcome to the same area, but this time we're in Hitman Blood Money HD, the first time this game was released as a remaster, as part of the Hitman HD trilogy. Hitman 2 Signed Assassin, Hitman Contracts, and Hitman Blood Money. Now, Contracts and Hitman 2 Signed Assassin most definitely were being delivered in HD. However, the thing is, Hitman Blood Money was already in HD. It was an old 360 game. It was a 720p game that upscaled itself to 1080p depending on your monitor, TV, etc, etc, etc. And as I say, I did some digging around online. I read the reviews of the HD Trilogy box set, and I really struggled to find anyone who could confirm with any confidence what improvements, if any, had been made to Hitman Blood Money, because, yeah, it was already HD, that's all they were promising to do, and to be honest, the frame rate looks about the same, if potentially a bit worse. And that's because this is a 360 game that's still running on the 360, because Hitman Blood Money, the original release, has been updated to work on the Xbox One and the Xbox One X, so you're probably getting a tiny bit of improved performance out of that extra power, but the HD Trilogy is not compatible with the Xbox One X, so the first HD remaster of Blood Money is now probably the worst way to play it. Which brings us to the version we're actually supposed to be flipping playing, the HD Enhanced version, where they've actually promised some real solid improvements this time. And yeah, if I just spin the camera around a little bit, you can see the frame rate improvements immediately. As far as I can tell, there's basically no noticeable difference between the actual HD Trilogy box set and the original release, but now, very, very obviously indeed, the power of the Xbox One X definitely being put to much better use here, which is marvellous. But of course, if this was just about resolutions and a slightly higher frame rate, all we'd really have right now would be parity with the PC version, which, screw it, let's just have that on screen right now as well, because let's just have the flipping full house here. Though weirdly, the PC version still doesn't have controller support. But anyway, back to the Xbox One HD Enhanced Edition, where there's definitely more to it than that. No. They've also promised better quality lighting, better quality shadows, better quality textures, and yeah, I think we can see what's going on here. Though, to be honest, yeah, it might just be the slight extra crispiness from the resolution. I can't be certain the texture's actually any better there, but what have you. But here's the one that really interests me. They have promised updated controls for a more fluid experience. Now, that's the point where you're actually making gameplay changes, and in fact, that's interesting enough to me. I'm actually going to play through the flipping little tutorial area here, which normally I'd just skip past, because I'm kind of curious what it is they've changed. Because all the default controls that were true in the 360 version, like holding left trigger to crouch rather than tapping in the buttons underneath the analog stick or any of that business, that all seems to be exactly the same. So what exactly is it that they've updated? Oh, I know exactly what I'm really hoping they've updated. And that's coin throwing. You see, was Blood Money the first Hitman game that actually had coins as a distraction item? I can't remember whether there are actual distraction coins in contracts or not. I don't think there were. Blood Money might have been the first. And obviously, this showed up in the more recent Hitman games too. But back in these days, it was basically flipping impossible to actually use them because you couldn't aim them with any accuracy. Because throwing was done by holding down the button underneath the left analog stick and then just sort of vaguely aiming. You didn't actually have, like, you know, a guide to where it was going to hit or anything. And then you just tossed it. There we go. So they just turn around and sadly, that does not appear to have been updated at all. Okay, that's got me interested, because, to be honest, the one bit of control in Hitman Blood Money I would have updated if I had the option to update the controls in this game would be coin throwing, because it was so unreliable where the coin would hit and how the AI would respond to it. Yeah, bringing back some of the stuff from the newer Hitman games, I would totally flipping do that, yes, but if they haven't updated that, what have they flipping updated? Well, we'll figure it out in a minute, because first I get to show you why Hitman Blood Money is still the best Hitman game, which is the physics never felt any better than in this game, alright? When you shot someone in this game, you really felt like you'd shot them. Like, yeah, look at them flipping fly. You really feel like those people have been murdered, alright? They are just blasted off their feet by the shotgun. It's gorgeous. Oh, yes. Oh, look at them fly. You just blast them with a shotgun and they flipping go flying. Marvellous. So yeah, best as I can tell, controls just as they ever were, which was you always had A, B, and Y, at least if you were playing on an Xbox controller. They were basically all context sensitive. So yeah, everything does seem to be pretty much as I would expect it to be. Nope, you still can't slide down drain pipes, and the aiming with sniper rifles is still the same, because that was always a little bit on the awkward side, where you needed to click into first person, and then click again to go into aim mode, and then up and down on D-pad to zoom in and out. That bit was fine. Also, can you kill seagulls? Yes, you can! And they explode in a very pleasing little shower of feathers. Oh, well done, game. I should mention, by the way, Hitman Blood Money was a pretty brutal game. Like, at the end of the very first little tutorial mission, your first target, he's not some badass surrounded by bodyguards or anything. He's this pathetic guy who just was very bad at running a theme park, and there was an accident there years ago, and he just cries on the ground, begging for mercy, and you can just explore his office and figure out which of the various tools lying around you want to use to murder him. So on this occasion, I think I'm going to go for the hammer. So, we're just gonna... Also, the physics was sometimes hilarious. So, first mission proper, chilly. 2 targets there, and our introduction to... yeah, I love the weapon upgrade system in this game. It's absolutely flipping magnificent. Because rather than just unlocking stuff by playing the levels over and over again, and it kind of being handed out a little bit artificially based on a leveling system, like in the new Hitman games, that works absolutely fine. Instead, in this game, you had a certain amount of money, and you needed to decide how to spend it. So your starting income of $279, I assume $1,000, though... this is quite flipping expensive ammo, to be honest, if so. Maybe this is a less valuable currency, because $50,000 for a box of less good ammo strikes me as a very interesting thing. So yeah, we can actually have some nice ammo for our silver ballers right here. So more silent, less recoil, excludes other ammo. Marvelous. And yeah, definitely want a silencer on this gun, so we can accept that. And in addition, you probably want to be upgrading your miscellaneous equipment as fast as possible as well. In particular, yeah, painkillers in case we need to top up some health, improve lockpick to get past doors faster. I can do without the binoculars, that's not essential. Now, you can upgrade these other weapons, but honestly, the only one I'm massively interested in is going to be, yeah, the actual sniper rifle, which is fine, but I don't really need double capacity clip or low velocity ammo. That's not really what I'm interested in. So we'll leave that be for the time being. Just take the silver ballers with us. You don't need to actually specify you're taking any miscellaneous equipment in. That gets brought in automatically. Let's be on our way. Now, I know this mission like the back of my hand, so I can get Silent Assassin in this game, no problem whatsoever. So just to give myself a little bit of an extra challenge, I'm going to try and do something I've not really done before. Because the last time I played Hitman Blood Money, which was back on the Xbox 360 version, and thus, ooh, when you spun the camera around, it didn't look this nice. Very, very good indeed. Yeah, I decided to basically try and do a no-kill run of Hitman Blood Money, where I completed the entire game accidents only, which you can do even in the ridiculous shootout last mission, just by arranging a rather surprisingly large number of accidents on a stairwell. It's a good series of videos. I thoroughly recommend going and checking that out if you're interested in Hitman Blood Money. But no, I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. Something that I can't recall ever really doing before in Blood Money, which is the suit-only silent assassin, which very often is deemed to be the most difficult challenge of all. And hopefully, I know these missions well enough to get away with that. We'll see. So, let's start off with our targets here. Our main target is upstairs in the little mansion area. So if I just go up to mansion second floor, yeah, he spends a lot of time chilling out right there. Now, I think I can just clamber up the... Ooh. Were those trees always like that? Am I just misremembering? Those trees might have always looked like that. I'm not 100% sure. They knew... Oh, blimey. Okay, well, that's not new. But then again, I did get the camera very close to them. I'm not sure whether any work's being done on these trees or not. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm definitely allowed to be here. The problem is, you might see me. In fact, you might want to be someone I bring down. So, let's talk about the genius of Blood Money here, which is one of the real problems I've got with new Hitman is, and I pointed this out even when I was naming Hitman 2 my game of the year, Hitman in the modern era is too easy. And one of the things that makes it too easy is infinite knockouts. In new Hitman, you can get behind anybody you want and just basically tap a button and they're now unconscious. In Hitman Blood Money, you could not do that. The only safe way to knock someone unconscious was to use your sedative syringe. You had 2 of them and that allowed you to do a silent knockout takedown. Now you could stand behind someone, pull out a gun, put them into the human shield position and then knock them unconscious. That was another thing you could do. But that meant you needed to actually have a gun, so there were plenty of areas you couldn't do that because you had to be frisked or pass through metal detectors in order to get into that area. And also that wasn't silent, so it could go wrong if there were other people nearby. So the only guaranteed safe silent way to knock people unconscious was the sedative syringe. So you had to be really, really tactical with who needs to be knocked unconscious versus who didn't. Like, I could just push this guy over this cliff, but that would be the death of someone who's not the target. So I don't really want to do that. So instead, I'd rather... Okay, so that went wrong. Get off the cliff! And he's just going to keep on sliding. Because oh, he stopped sliding. Boo. Hang on, I might be able to knock him off yet. Get off the cliff. Get off the cliff. Oh, I can't go right onto the edge. Boo, because I might fall off. The game's being too... Oh, blimey. There's some interesting colouring going on over there. That's interesting. The reason I made that mistake is because there's a guy who's round the other side, round in that direction, who does actually stand for bloody ages looking over the edge. So I'm guessing this guy just spends a lot less time looking over the edge. And there we go. Nice and easy. You have now been sedated. So he's now unconscious and will not wake up unless he's disturbed by another guard. And now we just want to make sure no one sees him. So we'll just pull him into the foliage back here. And he will not be disturbed at all. He didn't see me. He's been knocked unconscious. There's no witnesses except, you know, he'd totally actually report when he woke up eventually that, hey, there was this guy who was bald and had a barcode just before I was knocked unconscious. So I didn't see him do it, but it was probably him regardless. But, you know what? It's fine. The game doesn't count that. Where's his gun, by the way? Because on the high difficulties in Blood Money, yeah, guns were not just something that guards picked up and then actually decided to take to security officers. They actively alerted guards and caused problems for you. So, he's the only guard that comes to this side of the mission, I believe. So, is there a way to climb up onto the roof from this side? I thought there flipping was, but I could be misremembering. Yeah, here we go. This truck right here. This lets me clamber up. I'm just hoping that no one's going to see. Yeah, if I just stay on this side, then no one over there should be able to actually spot this. Hopefully. Okay, that gets me onto the roof, but it doesn't get me onto the right bit of the roof. Okay. possibly this is going to be harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I could just hop up here and then get up onto the roof right there. But no, because there's a gap. Okay, I know there's the drain pipe over. Yeah, there's the drain pipe right there. If I could just get myself into a good position to basically just drop down on this side of the wall and then just move over while no one was paying attention. That guard over there is facing... Oh, would he see that? Right. Well, this is more interesting than I was expecting. In fact, there's a hole right there. Okay, so I can drop down inside this building, which might be a decent idea. You know what? I'll just go and explore. Why not? We'll just see what's going on here. Ah, that brings me inside the garage, but there's 2 guards guarding the place right there. So no way I'm getting out of this, and no way I'm dropping down off the top of this building without them realising something's up. Unless, just for once, a coin throw in blood money would like to actually be useful. So toss the coin and... Okay, didn't go as well as I was hoping for. Okay, forget that. I've got plenty of other plans. There's no problem here whatsoever flipping ever. So what we're going to do instead is run down the other side of the house and just quickly nip in through this door. And don't get spotted by that guy. Because, yeah, I can clamber over this wall to get inside, yeah, the actual outer wall of the house here. This gets me to... Nothing that useful yet, but it gets me to an external door that gets me inside the house. I need to remind myself of the layout here. It's been a flipping while since I've played this. I can't remember the internal layout of the house. Though I will say there's a drain pipe right here. That's pretty flipping useful. Okay, we're learning this. I'm just relearning this game right now because I've never really tried to do it suit only before. Open the door. Right. Now what is going on upstairs? Because so far, it all looks nice and quiet. Okay, well this is going surprisingly well. Right, what we've got here through this door, and you've actually got to, yeah, look in the keyholes because I can't see where the guards are. This corridor is extremely well guarded. Okay, but this over here is, I believe, going down to... It's actually downstairs all the way to... I think this might be downstairs all the way to the secret... No, it's not. That's somewhere else entirely. This is just downstairs because, you know, stairs sometimes go downstairs and sometimes they don't do anything more than that, John. Sometimes a staircase is just a staircase. Ah, but just occasionally, that guy walks away. Except I might just be able to pull this off here if I just go through it. Oh, you can! Oh, that's so tight, though. And here's the thing. Here's the thing I flippin' love about blood money, which is... None of this is telegraphed to you. You never pass a guard who says, hey, the boss sure likes feeding his crocodile. It sure would be a shame if someone pushed him in. No, you have to figure it all out by yourself. And in Hitman and Hitman 2, there's far too many instances where there's blatantly obvious opportunities. But that I did not realise you could even do until right now. I thought you need to do something to, like, distract that other guard. Okay, but now. Peek through the keyholes here. We need to get into a position to take out this guy, and then we need to get straight back out of here again, okay? Okay, this game's great. This game's absolutely flipping great. So hang on, what are you doing right now? Are you just going back to... I think you're going back to... Yeah, play some more cello at this point. Though there's a guard right there. Okay, but the guard is asleep. Good. Good. So, hang on. Let's just quickly check where we are now. I think he's... Yes, he's back to playing the cello. So, sneak in here. Close the door. And now, we can do the classic blood money kill. The fiber wire to him right over here. Spot flipping on. I don't think anyone else ever comes in here, so he will never be flipping found. Fiber wire away. And I don't think you can actually put them in the cupboards. I think cupboards are only for you in this game. Back in the days of Hitman Blood Money, yeah, actually, cupboards was just for you. It was only chests for everyone else. And there's also a locked door. Oh, bloody hell, He hasn't noticed his boss is dead. Oh, this is just beautiful. I'm having this of all of you as... Wow, screw you all. Okay. don't go through this door. This is the door with guards behind it, you cocky numpty. One thing I like, by the way, you do actually have a few moments before you die where you can try and actually kill, like, a few more of them. And if you get enough headshots, you get a second chance. But because I didn't have a gun out, I couldn't do it that way. Not everyone knows that, by the way, but it's a really cool little bonus. You see, this room round here at the far side of his study, this is where I was planning to hide his body, actually. Because he's got this lovely little convenient room over here. And hang on, just to confirm this, by the way. Yeah, I can enter the closet, but I can't put him in the closet. But yeah, if we just kind of pick this lock here, he's got a little private room where he stores a whole bunch of wine and paintings and stuff. So no one's going to be coming in here. Lovely. We put him in here. He will definitely not be found. It's also where you can get a hammer if you want to murder him in a slightly more brutally over-the-top fashion. Oh, I just spotted he's got a picture of a dog on his desk. Oh, now I feel bad. I don't like murdering people who like dogs. Alright, hop out of the window here. The way generally you'd come in if you had a decent disguise, you could just walk across the hallway. And if I'm lucky, I should just be able to... Oh, yeah, I see you over there. I see you over there. So that means if I just drop down... Wait, are you allowed to just drop down at random? Yes, you are. So now I'm back in a public area and you don't mind me being here at all. So... Target number 1 dead, still suit only, should still be silent assassin. Because, yeah, I've just snuck in, not been noticed, not suspicious, diddly diddly dee. Now, target number 2. That one's going to be a little bit more on the interesting side. Because there's clearly a way you're supposed to be able to do it, which is there's a bunch of barrels of wine you can drop on his head. Except he very often seems to be standing in the wrong spot for it. Also, yeah, be very careful of... Where's cameraman? Where are you, Mr. Cameraman? I don't see you round here. I think that might be... Yeah, you're over there. Fine, you might be done with your cameraing for the time being. So, let's go find target number 2, because I think I'm allowed to actually step inside the wine cellar, even if it's not actually tour time. Is that true? Are you going to have a problem with me in a second? Oh, there he is. That's literally him right there. Okay, I'm just going to check this now. If I'm just standing right here, is this cool? Because, yeah, it's the... No, I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, that's fine, because it's not actually time. The problem is, I don't have a... I do have a bomb! He really objects to me... I quite appreciate 47's ow, stop shooting me in the face, that really hurt you bastard expression. Okay, I think we need to actually wait for a proper tour of the cellars. That lets me walk down into the cellars. And again, no one explicitly says this. There's not like, you know, a massive announcement. 47, it's Diana here. Maybe you should try and infiltrate the cellar with the wine group. No, you just have to kind of, you know, watch the people dot around. You're both the same person, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're literally the same person. Marvellous. You just have to, like, you know, watch. Figure it out by yourself. And as a result, it feels much more satisfying when you do get Silent Assassin. Because the chance of getting Silent Assassin by yourself on your first attempt is pretty darn low. Compared to Hitman and Hitman 2, where I'd say it's actually pretty bloody easy because it's guiding you so much. Here we go. That guy was just waving a moment ago, so I'm guessing he's trying to tell me, hey, the tour's about to begin. Why don't we all go down together? And as long as I stick close by to him, I'm allowed to go into the cellar. And if I were to just sneak off and find a little good spot to hide while we were down there, well, that'd just be spot on as well. Okay. Question is, am I allowed to plant the bomb right now? Because at this exact moment in time, Hang on, why am I not allowed in? Why are you being a dick about this? I'm blatantly part of the group. And now he's pulling out a gun as well. I'm part of the group. Do I have to stand like... Oh, do I need to be right in the middle of the group? Okay, a decade on, and I'm still learning things about Hitman Blood Money, which is Hitman 2 just introduced, you know, this big crowd system where if you're surrounded by other people, oh, people won't notice you, this is a big revolution. No, that was apparently in Blood Money. I just never flipping realised it was a thing because it never gets told to you because you have to figure things out by yourself, and I'm still learning new things a flipping decade on. Okay, now what I want to do ideally is take a right through... There's a door around here. Hang on, where is it exactly? Yeah, it's actually a little bit ahead of me. It's up there. Also, there's two people that just kind of snog in the wine cellar, and no one seems to care about them. They're allowed to just chill out here, and no one seems to mind in the slightest. I'm just going to bump into them. Yeah, that's right. Break it up, you two. Keep it in the bedroom. The reason I like suit only, by the way, is disguises are a bit weird in Blood Money, which is... Blood Money is... Hang on, let me think about this. I believe Blood Money is the only Hitman game in the entire franchise where disguises are basically perfect and infallible. You see, back in Hitman 2 and Hitman Contracts, you had a little suspicion meter that always went up and down in general. So even if you were wearing the perfect disguise in the perfect area, it would always just be ticking up and down. If you got too close to a guard, they might see through the disguise anyway. And then, of course, after Blood Money, we had Absolution, which was not very good, but it had some good ideas. Like, certain guards would always be more alert and would know what other people who were dressed like them ought to look like. So as a result of that, even if you're wearing the right disguise in the right area, you might be seen through anyway. You just had to pay attention to make sure that you were keeping your distance from the wrong people. But in Hitman Blood Money, if you are wearing the right disguise in the right area, it doesn't matter what you do. You can run in circles, you can bump into people. The vast majority of the time, your disguise is totally infallible. So disguises might have been a little bit too good in Blood Money, as weird as that is to say. I think, yeah, potentially both the older and newer Hitman games got that a bit better. So luckily, I'm avoiding that one and only problem by virtue of trying to do suit only. Maybe it's proximity to this guy. I'm just going to try staying as close as I can to this guy himself, because maybe as long as I'm close to him, the game is cool with me being down here, because I'm clearly being given a tour, because I'm close to the guy who's giving the tour. So let's just stay as close to him as possible. Right, if I just stay right by him and watch out, because I believe my target is, yeah, my target is right now in that room. Now, if I am right here, then are we going to be good? And actually, I could just hide in that cupboard for a moment. Yeah, are you going to have a problem with me? No, it is proximity to the guide. Okay, so we're now fine with each other. So now wait right here. Okay, and now, does the guide mind if I actually step away in a second? Okay, just wait. Wait. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all 100% A-okay. So I'm just going to let him walk away, and then I'm going to try and make it to... Oh, someone's watching our back. Right, who are you? Who are you and where are you going? Are you a tourist? You're a tourist as well. Right, I'm just going to step away. Step away. Do not get in my flipping way. Right, step away over here. And now, I can't hide in this box, can I? No, boxes are just for corpses. So, in theory, are you going to... Ah, where's he going to go next? Does he actually come through this door? Because if he just comes into this room through the door, then I'm going to be in a spot of bother. And the right way to go would have been into the closet. Alright, let's check if that's about to happen. And just in case it is, I'm just going to try and hide in this corner. Let's just see if I get away with this. And... oh my flipping goodness, I just did. Right, okay. Now he's here. The question is, can I possibly get away with this at this point? I mean, is that... oh, there's a guard right there! No, that did not work at all. Okay, that was not a thing that was going to fly. But this plan has legs. You see, another fun thing, by the way, the routines in this game are not synced. They're not synced at all. So, totally random stuff can happen, and everything can just come further and further out of sync as time goes by. So, here he comes, and... okay, go. Okay, that hasn't worked at all. Now, let's just check whether this guard is... yeah, what's up with you? You are... did you only just come here? Yeah, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you just keep an eye on the boss while he's passing through this area? Because if so, grabbing the boss on the way out might be the better idea. Alright, so in a moment, you're probably going to come back this way. And then I'd really like to get this here poison in you. Okay, don't see me, 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 don't see me! Okay, now, he got the door open. Okay, speed it up, 47. Someone could be coming through any flipping second here. Right, okay. No, grab him, grab him, grab him, grab him, grab him. Get him in the box, 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 get him in the box. Might have gotten away with this, actually. Okay. Right, and don't forget to flipping close the lid. Right, okay. Now, where are the guards? Because the danger now is... I need to get back out again. And I don't know where the guards are. So, I need to wait for the tour group, I think. Because when the tour group's around, I know for a fact I'm safe to step outside. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a new group forming right here. Spot on. And that will be the guy who's leading them in. And they all follow. Be flipping beautiful. Alright, he moves on to the end when he's going to face to the right as the map sees it. As all these guys are here. And as soon as he starts walking on, I step out of the actual zone and then catch up to him as quickly as possible. So just wait for him to start moving and then catch up with him to make sure guards don't get suspicious. Okay, here we go. Right. Back over here. And now back as close as we can to him. And that guard doesn't flipping care anymore. Spot on. Now, stay close to the tour guide. Alright? I'm not having anyone mess this up now. Yep, guards are floating around, but they do not seem to care about me. And, okay, do not block me. Do not block me from being close to the tour guide, alright? You're going to ruin this. And now, nice and easy, we just walk straight back out again. Boom. Job flipping done. And when I say job done, job 2/3 done. Because I also need to escape, which in this mission is surprisingly difficult. You can't just go back to where you came in. You need to steal a seaplane. And it's flipping guarded. So, it's not the easiest thing in the world, actually. So, back outside. Where's cameraman? Okay, cameraman is not currently using his camera. I'm now back safely in a public area. And that, I had to do all of that by myself. I needed to figure it out because I'd forgotten half of it because it's been a while since I played this. Alright? No guards loudly yelling in your ear what you need to do. No little opportunity guides floating around to the top of the screen giving you precise step-by-step instructions. None of that business. None whatsoever. Alright? Watch, figure it out, execute it. And if you just got it right, oh my god, it was so elegant and it felt so lovely. Now, one thing I need to do next is make my way down to the bottom. Because yes, it's seaplanes by this weird half green, half red sea. That didn't used to be the case. They've somehow changed the game so it's now more red and green. Which is all very peculiar. Alright, this is where this could all go horribly wrong. Because there's docks here. Obviously, I'm not supposed to be here. And the seaplane is all the way round over there. And how many flipping guards are there down here? Okay, you're not a guard, and I think you just stay here smoking a... Uh-oh. You're no longer smoking a cigarette. Are you smoking a cigarette? Just stay there smoking forever if you'd be so kind. Thank you. And they don't show up on my map because of the difficulty level. But I do still have both of my sedative syringes. Which makes me think that what I might want to do is... Yeah, there's a worker who passes in and out of the area. Once I'm certain that he's actually gone, I might want to actually just sedate everyone here. Now, you're facing away right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're facing away. Okay. Get this guy. Please don't turn and face this direction. Alright? Nothing is happening down over here. And don't put him in the water. Okay? Do not put him in the water. Now we just pull him back over here and... Got to be very careful, by the way, because if he slips in the water, he's dead. Okay, no, just no. No, not the water. Drop the body right there. I don't think that should be seen. Okay, now, the big question is... Ooh, this is difficult. I think you are smoking and looking that way. There's another guard around there who I'm pretty sure is asleep. So what I probably want to do is... Ah, you actually move as well, which is concerning. Right, what I probably want to do is wait for the worker to come back. So there's a lift around the corner, and a worker comes in and out of this area. In fact, can I actually see him in the... Is that you? It might be one of these guys here. I'm not sure. Wait for him to appear, and then when he's gone again, and when this person moves, at that point, go and sedate that person. Yeah, there he is. There you flipping are. No, this is officially the hangar. Sorry, I'm officially in the hangar right now. So I need to wait for that guy to naff off. Okay. Right, so let's just let him go out of his way here. Let's just make sure he goes. You should be stood there for bloody ages at this point. And the lift should be long gone. And I should have plenty of time to get you down and then get you around the corner out of the way where nobody will see. Do not fall in the water, because that sometimes happens. And it's very annoying if it happens. Okay, do not drop him in the water. 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 Okay, go away. Get the body and move it round the corner before the work guy gets back. And that should be plenty of time for both of those things to happen. Alright. Drop the body right there. Alright, here comes the lift. If you see this now, I'm going to be so flipping angry at you. You don't even know how angry I'm going to be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Luckily, guards were generally not dicks and never had magic see-through things vision. So, you don't hang around for long. And as soon as you're gone, I think we can just sneak straight out of here. And, unless I've really fluffed something up, suit only silent assassin. Right, lift goes away. Right, and start sneaking. I should have plenty of time to make it round to the plane. Plenty of time. Is there one more? Yeah, there we go. One sleeping guard. But that should be absolutely a-okay. Should be plenty of time to get past you without trouble. Don't bump into this guard, by the way. Do not bump into him. Otherwise, trouble. And escape. Oh, flip. That should be it. That should be suit only silent assassin. If it's not, something's gone horribly wrong, and that would be a real flipping shame. To be honest, I can't actually remember exactly how the scoring system in this game works. That would be suit only silent assassin, but total kills, yep, close combat kills, but no shots fired, no shots hit, no accidents. It could have been accidents, of course, and I was not caught on camera. There are no witnesses. Silent assassin. Suit only, silent assassin, and a giant pile of money. Because the better you do, the more money you have to choose to spend on what upgrades you prefer to prioritise. And I don't need suit retrieval. Yeah, the game actually penalised you if you left your suit behind. Just a small amount of money, but every little helps. And of course, that means I don't need to spend money bribing civilians or bribing the chief of police or acquiring a new identity, because my notoriety is already 0 out of 100. Yeah, if your notoriety went up, basically guards are more likely to see through your disguise, and generally there was going to be problems. But this is all 100% fine. Move straight on. And I love this, by the way. There was actually a little newspaper that actually, you know, told you about what happened in the hit. And, like, you know, it got rewritten depending on how well you did. So because I actually did so damn well, there's actually not enough news to fill up the spot, which is kind of cool. Very, very nice indeed. So, yeah, as a result of that, no one has any idea what's actually going on here. The police have stated the lack of witnesses is making this an especially difficult case to investigate, which is really cool. And also in the newspaper, there was always a hint of the following mission. So, Tosca is showing up in the next mission. And if you read the other news stories, there were actually hints about the wider plot, which was such an elegant way to just, like, introduce the overarching plot and give a bit of extra detail without shoving it down your throat. It was beautiful. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we've really barely scratched the surface here. Hitman Blood Money is a wonderful, wonderful game that I would say is well deserving of a full retrospective. So, welcome to a little midweek mini-series. We're going to have a little play through Hitman Blood Money, try and see what we can figure out about all the new stuff here, because, to be honest, I'm kind of struggling to see it. The frame rate is most definitely higher, and everything's crisper, thanks to the higher resolution. It used to just be upscaled, now it's actually running at native 1080p. It does actually go up to 4K, but I'm not going to do that, because I don't actually have a 4K TV or monitor, which the vast majority of people don't. I don't for the life of me understand why consoles try and prioritise 4K over just getting a higher frame rate. Everyone would appreciate higher frame rate. Very few people are going to gain the benefit of 4K. But anyway, let's dig back into this, and I'll actually come up with a few more fun challenges. Not sure it'll be suit-only silent assassin every mission. Some missions, that's not so interesting. So I'll try and come up with something fun and interesting to do. We shall see. Hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. This has been Hitman Blood Money. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, sadly, I cannot be the Santa Claus of murder tonight. So apparently, even though this thing is... Oh, no, no, you can't. No, you most certainly can't. Okay. Is that the symbol meaning I'm about to pull her over? Yep, there we are. There we... Oh! I feel like she didn't necessarily survive that. No, she's very dead.